Hello, people. Uh, Friendly neighborhood Uber driver here. I never showed. I haven't done an update like this for a long time. The other videos I made were talking about reputation startups, but this one's more just a vlog style update. Short answer is I've been driving Uber for a year and a half. Well, I've been slowly picking away at working on Nomi. I just wanted to say, one thing I wanted to say in this video is how hard entrepreneurship is. There's a lot of videos online of people glorifying entrepreneurship. It is the, without a doubt, well, maybe not the toughest job in the world, but it's close. It's like you have to be a masochist. You have to be absolutely crazy. You have to be ridiculously delusional, any number of those things. So whether there's another job out there where you have to be all those things as well to compete with how bad entrepreneurship is, I don't know. But I have done a lot of other shitty jobs in life, and entrepreneurship is up there with it. Maybe the payoff is worth it, but when you're 5 years in, which I am 5 years in, you really start to question whether the payoff is worth it, as painful as that is. I'm sorry I have to share that, but I wanted to talk about that, and I also want to talk about Uber is a nice, peaceful side gig. It's a peaceful grind. I have liked driving Uber, liked the conversations I've had. It's a flexible schedule. You make your own hours. When you have something else to take care of, you can take care of it. When you're tired, you can pause and take a nap or whatever. So, I mean, in that regard, my life is pretty good if I just focused on a job. The other thing I wanted to talk about was, I do feel an employment change coming. I've applied to some jobs, some 2-week on, 2-week off jobs. I've applied to an executive driver job, whatever, drive for executives in Vancouver. But in general, I just feel an employment change coming. That it depends, because the last thing I want to talk about. So the third thing is employment change. We'll see what happens. I throwing stuff out there. The last thing I wanted to talk about was Nomi. Hopefully we get version 1 out by the end of the summer. I think that's everything. I had a little to-do list and I just rattled it all off. So let's just have some fun for the rest of the video here. 3 minutes and 24 seconds. So that's the beauty that has been carrying me around, enabling me to work for a year and a half, driving people around Kelowna. So I mainly Uber in Kelowna, but right now I'm actually in Vernon. So I parked, I just kind of found a spot to park. It's not a complete view of Vernon, but I'm gonna walk in the middle of the road here. There you go. Vernon's down there. That's where I grew up. I currently Uber in Kelowna. That's where I went to college. The other things I wanted to share, I already experienced, I never shared this in videos before, but I already experienced success once already, monetary and performance. Like I invested well, and I made a bunch of money, and it's not fun to say, but just so you know, when you become successful, like it was a short period of time, but it's not fun to say, but basically, not everyone's your friend. Not even family, not every family is your friend. uh, and you may call people family, but when you become successful with money, the reality is like everyone else is struggling. So with me, I was doing risky stuff in the market when I first became successful. I got my period of success. I made an enormous amount of money, and I was doing risky stuff in the market, but I was so happy. I was this moment of happiness. I'm like, oh my God, this is so much money. I made so much money with Bitcoin, and I did some trading and leverage trading, and I made an enormous amount of money. And then I spent time around family and friends, and the worst behaviors possible came out from some of them. And I lost my focus in the market, and made mistake, and then another mistake, and then another mistake, and another mistake, until all the money was gone. And I never shared that in a video before, and I wanted to share it this time because maybe that'll help. Maybe it'll help some people out. But you know, when you become successful, you have to take care of your business, or else the success will go. Like, it's just you and don't let people influence you and persuade you and control you, because they're going to try, because you have money, or you have fame, or you have success, and they want a piece of that. And it's the darker side of human psychology. But the other realistic way you can look at it is, if you have a bunch of money, and I mean a bunch of money, I had a lot, they're struggling, and the easy way out to them is like, oh, this person could help me easily without a sweat. But guess what? Every other person, or a lot of some people don't. Some people are like, man, that person worked really hard for that. I'm not going to ask them for money. I'm just going to congratulate them. God bless those people. But the other people, there's going to be a lot of them that try to get, well, there's nothing wrong with asking for money. That's the other thing I wanted to say. There's nothing wrong with asking for money. If you do it in a malicious way, in a manipulative way, there is something wrong with that. But there's nothing wrong with asking for money bluntly, just, because that's coming from a place of humility, and you don't try to gain control over the person. You're actually handing the control over to the person with money, to give them an opportunity to do something nice. And if they don't do it, that's okay, because guess what? They're being asked for money all the time. But that was my test. My test, I made a bunch of money. I became successful, and then I failed the universe's test, and I made a mistake. I made a bunch of mistakes in the market, lost it all, and now I have to restart. and I'm Uber driving in Kelowna, where I went to college, and I happen to be in Vernon right now because I was visiting family. I went to church with my brother there, and he's in town, so I figured I'd go to church with him. But it just goes to show you, even if you're successful, even if you become successful, if you don't take care of it, and if you don't steward that success with care, you might get knocked down and have to do it all over again. So I never shared as much of that stuff before, and I wasn't sure if I was going to get into it in this video, but I did. I'm glad I shared it. That's about it. Rene-Lee logging off. I'm going to go enjoy the rest of my day. This is my Uber vehicle, and we'll see where the other thing is, well, no, I think that's enough for one video. Okay, talk to you later.